So tell us about this Willys Knight.
Yeah, so this is a 1930 Willys Knight Roadster, and you gotta make note of the paint scheme on the side. So the Roadsters and Phaetons that Willys Knight released in 1930 had this really unique paint scheme, and they were unveiled at the New York Auto Show, and the New York Post coined the term plaid side roadster, and it really stuck. So these bodies were done by Griswold Company for Willys Knight, and this was kind of their flagship car for the year.
Wow, it looks beautiful. What year was this one again?
1930.
Beautiful. Oh, and this has the famous sleeve engine. Tell us about the engine.
Yeah, it doesn't have a conventional tappet valve train. It has a sleeve valve engine that Knight had invented. And Willys actually met Knight in Europe, and he didn't really know much about the mechanics of the car, but Willys understood marketing, and he wanted to take this idea and market it for being quieter and being more efficient, using less parts. So he was really a salesman at heart.
Yeah, so it's a shame they didn't have sleeve valves in the future. And here's a beautiful Cunningham with its trailer. The Cunninghams were made in West Palm Beach, Florida. Fancy two-seater convertible sports car. And here's the trailer, in case you can't afford a motel or a hotel. And here's our members of the Rolls Royce Owners Club with lovely donuts. Their 1930 Cadillac V16 Roadster, model 452.
We don't realize it anymore until we get out of here. Yeah.
Please enjoy.
Rumble seat that would open, and the passengers would sit in the back, and dual spare tires for all the road hazards. Here's a nice bright and shiny 57 Thunderbird convertible. Well, they were all convertibles. 55, 56, and 57. But this also has the hardtop. This is the T-Rose color.
Your alley, you know, we focus on American cars. We want to tell the story of innovation over time. And it's not that I have anything against foreign cars. It's just, when we started, I felt like we had to have a focus. And to focus on this to start out with, we've only been doing it, what, three and a half years, something like that. So we do have one Rolls Royce. It is the Springfield Rolls, so it's sort of American. And that's over there. You guys can find it at Henley Roadster. Very nice car. Want to use the collection, as Jim was saying, for our philanthropy. And there are a number of organizations here in Orange County and elsewhere that have used our facilities. We make the facilities available for free. And we introduce a lot of car people to these philanthropies that wouldn't otherwise know about giving. So
this car is the American. And here we have the Duesenberg. (1935) Duesenberg Model J convertible coupe. The body is by Rolston, and it has the disappearing top. So the convertible top is hidden under this panel here, and the rumble seat is over here. And this is for your trunk, a trunk rack. And this is the 1912 Simplex 50 horsepower, 5-passenger torpedo tourer. Could be a toolbox. Lots of room in the back. And the robe rail. And 2 spare tires because the rubber was not as good as what we have today, and the roads were not as good. So it was likely that you could get at least one flat tire. So all 3 of these are 1933 Dietrich Packards. Dietrich, the coach builder. This one, of course, matches the Thunderbird in color. So here's your Auburn Bowtail Speedster, supercharged. Famous car, and after they went out of business, there were many different replica companies making these. The Corvette and the AMX. American Motors made this here sports car. It was very popular, and it was a muscle car. First generation Corvette. They're among my favorites, the 2 dual Ghias. The body made in Italy by Ghia, and the engines made by Chrysler. The back of the dual Ghias. Cute little fins. And here's your Country Squire LTD in the same room with all the Packards and Duesenbergs and Rolls Royce. Here's your Chrysler 300 with the big fins and the Continental spare kit on the trunk. And the push-button transmission. Personal luxury cars back then.
All right.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, this is a beautiful car.
Oh,
And every car's in such perfect condition.
Yeah, they're well taken care of.
Mr. Singleton buy these in this condition, or do you fix them up?
For the most part, when we find them, usually it seems like it's either sometimes from private sales or auctions. It seems like they're typically either restored or nicely preserved, and a lot of times it seems like they're having to do some work to get them running and kind of get them back up to speed as far as being drivable.
The Packard and the Chrysler. These are your side mount spare tires. Inside of the Packard. And another Duesenberg. Those side pipes are for the supercharger. One of the few non-American cars. It's a Jaguar XKE. And the Continental. The Buick. Pontiac. Oldsmobile. The Buick 8. Sedan convertible. Another Chrysler Woody convertible.
I think they made a 64 Lincoln in this selection.
The Packard with the Cormorant. And the Cadillac with the spotlights and the big sunshade. Big sunshade. And here's the Pierce Arrow and the Cord with the roll-up headlights. Packard, another Woody. This is the Marmon 16-cylinder, 7-passenger sedan. Jump seats. A 7-passenger sedan. So in case you need a lucky strike, there you go. Your Camel, Cool, and Winston's. Lucky Strike, Salem, Chesterfields, and another Salem. Here's your cute little Texaco pedal car for the kiddies. And a little fire engine. Cormorant hood ornament and the Packards from the 50s. Here's your Locomobile. When the top is down, you can put this windshield up to protect you. All the American muscle cars. This is where you get the expression to pump gasoline. You would use a handle to pump the gas way up into the glass container. You pump it for so many gallons, and then by gravity you release it into your tank. There's your typical prices. And here's the pump, the handle, and you pump the gas from the ground up into this glass container with the gallons all marked off. This is the Mercer. He just drove it in.
The
The objective of bringing that car in.
Well, just returned from Florida.
So you just got off the trailer.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
We've used a few different people. We've used Harry Hicks out in Redlands.
So this is the Mercer Raceabout. It was a 2-seater sports car. Just came back from Florida. He just drove it into the museum. This is a 1914 Mercer. This is the gas and oil tank. The near side is the oil and the far side is the gasoline.